For President Trump, a new emphasis on working with Democrats on tax reform and other issues, despite sharp differences in the past.
If you look at some of the greatest legislation ever passed, it was done on a bipartisan manner.
Immigration was the focus at a White House dinner the president hosted for Democratic leaders Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer.
I think we're fairly close, but we have to get massive border security.
But Democrats are only willing to go so far, and that does not include support for a border wall with Mexico, says Schumer.
Look, I made it so clear to the president that there is not going to be a wall. At one point he said to me, "Go easy on the wall." I said no.
Many Republicans oppose the president's outreach to Democrats, which began with an agreement last week to put off fights over the budget and raising the debt ceiling. After the failure to repeal and replace Obamacare, the next goal is tax reform, says House Speaker Paul Ryan.
Well, I would love to have the Democrats supporting and working with us in a constructive way on tax reform, but we're going to do it no matter what.
Trump's pivot toward the Democrats could help him, says analyst John Hudak.
This is something that is good for the president in broader terms, though working with Democrats is not something that his base will necessarily respond well to, but ultimately it is a victory that he can point to.
Cooperating with Trump could spark a backlash among grassroots Democrats, says analyst Bill Galston.
The Democrats are counting on a lot of energy in the base to produce a better outcome for them in the midterm elections than they've seen for quite some time.
Trump's outreach to Democrats also carries risk, says Hudak.
Rank-and-file Republicans and deeply conservative Republicans will not stand for that. And those types of divisions are ones that can be devastating for a party, not just in terms of politics, but also in terms of future ability to make policy.
The country remains polarized, but polls show voters want the parties to work together, says Gallup pollster Frank Newport.
When we actually asked the public, should our officials compromise more or stick to principles, we just asked that question this last weekend, and they strongly, majority said, oh no, we want our leaders to compromise. We want them to give in and not stick to principles.
Bipartisanship will be tested in the weeks ahead as Congress wrestles with tax reform, health care, immigration, and the budget. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.